Do you see this article, Mr. Perry? This is the same strategy we've been using for a long time. And these are all the police recordings that were played for me. I typed something up about it. This goes on. I mean, this is just, I mean, we haven't been putting them in Trello for very long, but look how many are here, Mr. Perry, because when you bother me, when you contact me, when you peep and hack and invade my privacy, call my bank, my school, my family, my friends, it pisses everybody off. We're sick and tired of the hardship. I don't care what you think. I don't. I'm sick and tired of you trying to tell me. I said don't contact me. I don't like it. I don't want to be peeped on. I don't want to be hacked. I don't want you calling my banks, my family, my friends, butting in and bothering and butting in. Look at this. Every time you do something, this is what happens. What do you think we're getting this stuff for Mr. Perry? You think we're just bored? Nope. This is a criminal case building up. What did you think it was for? It's the police that are investigating you are all over me. If I do something wrong, they're going to know about it. So I do know you've been talking to my ex-husband. I do know that. Oil viscosity. Get her a vacuum cleaner. Get her something from Victoria's Secret. I heard every recording that you have said to him. Every single one. I said, don't contact my family. You want to know who's tiling on you? You might as well confess. I did do it. I just want to know who told you. Who's Calvin to you? When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, they invade yours. Only my guys have a court order to do it, and you don't. You do not have my consent to hack or peep. You don't have my consent to contact me. I don't care what you think. You're pissing me off. I don't want to hear anything from you. I'm sick and tired of it. Everybody is. All of the suffering that you're causing is making everybody mad. The suffering you're causing to me, every family that has hurt and been blown up because you had to get, as our witness said, you like to go, and I'm quoting, rub one out when you cause somebody upset to get upset. Everybody's tired of it, sir. This is just what I have, and it's not even close to what they have, Mr. Perry. You guys were on the phone all day today trying to figure out who it is, weren't you? Yep, we heard that too. It's a need to know. Nobody's going to get that information unless they're in the need to know. You're hurting a lot of people, and you're hurting me. Stay away from my family. Stay away from me. I don't like you. I don't care what you think. You weren't asked. I don't want to help you. I want you gone. I moved twice. I went to a lot of trouble, sir, to move twice and start all over again and completely change my career, completely changed everything to get away from you. Even when I leave my house, even now, a lot of times I don't dress like I normally dress. It's in disguise. I don't want people to know you're people who like to sit around and take pictures of me. I don't want them to know it's me. I've asked you to leave me the fuck alone. Nobody should have to live like that. You are sick. You are very sick. You disgust everybody. Stop causing suffering and hardship. This is what happens when you do. You know what this is? Like I said, I don't have to repeat myself with you all the time. One time is all somebody should have to say it. When you peep and hack, when you cause drama and problems, when you sit around on your fat, lazy ass perverting around, watching me work, type up this kind of shit. When you sit around on your fat, lazy ass, he's typing in my phone. You're a suspect of what? I'm a suspect in what? You know what I spend all my time doing? Either typing this shit up, or school, or work. And you know that because you sit there and watch me too. I don't want anything to do with you. You're a monster. I moved twice to get away from you. I can't stand you. I never want to talk to you. I never want to see you. You're a Looney Tune. And I don't talk to people that I have to keep repeating myself. It's a waste of my time. I don't have time just to burn. What I've asked you to do, sir, is comply with the law. That is what people want. Everybody wants you to comply with the law. Listen to the words I'm saying. No one cares what you think. Nobody cares what you feel. Nobody cares what you want. Nobody cares what you need. You committed a crime. You need a lie. You've committed a crime. You need a lie. You committed a crime. You need a lie. Did I say that enough times for you? And I said no. Not this time. I said no. Not this time. I said no. Not this time. Did I repeat myself enough for you to get it? When you bother me, we get these. I have help. I can't do that by myself. I don't have superpowers. Who's Calvin to you? That's part of what we got here. Who's Calvin to you, Mr. Perry? Why do you insist on bothering me all day, every day? Get a fucking life. If you have to ask who told on me, then there's something to tell and you might as well confess. I'm not going to help you. I want for you to be gone. I went to a whole lot of trouble to move twice to get away from you. So there is no more contact. There is no more Charles Perry, drama queen. There is no more poor me, I need a lie. There is no more crime. Except you followed me here to Oklahoma. You're coming here where I am. And you're doing one thing after another, after another, after another to try to hurt me. We know you're talking to my ex-husband. Why would you do that? Why is he talking to you? He's been told, just like you, don't talk to Charles Perry. Don't talk to those people. Why is he? I asked him not to do that. Why are you talking to him? What business is of yours? What goes on in my family? Between my ex-husband and I, my children and I, my cousins and aunts and uncles and I? What the fuck business, what is it to you, sir? What is it to you, Mr. Perry? I moved twice to get away from you. I don't want to hear from you. You don't have the right to stalk me or peep and hack. Does this confirm what the guy said? For 6 years, he's in Oklahoma all the time. People don't even know where he lives now. Where is he domiciled? He's in Oklahoma more than he's in Lubbock. He has inserted himself in her life, forged a marriage license, has been seen hanging out with her friends and family, but people started questioning his mental status because he's always by himself, never with her. She's suing for a protective order. He'll buy his way out, she'll sue again. He'll buy his way out, she sues again. He'll get in her money, so then it's hard for her to sue again, but as soon as she gets a little money, she'll sue again. She wants to fuck her off of her. You're a rapist. You're just a rapist. You're just a misogynistic. I got mommy issues. I got weirdo delusion problems that I have no control over. Weirdo. Rapist. I didn't ask you what you think, did I? I don't care. I'm sick of hearing it. We all are. So, are you confirming that you're talking to my family and what that guy said is true? Are you proving out that recording? Where's the damn marriage license? Get a divorce. I don't want anything to do with you. File a divorce and I want half of everything you own. I don't want anything to do with you. Nothing. And I didn't sign it. I haven't even seen it. Chief Miller asked me about it and Pinto asked me about it. Your Pinto friend. $5,000 to be creeped out by him for a few hours. Wait, I thought you just said I'm his wife. I can't stand the guy. Now you're offering me, if he has to offer me $5,000, then he knows I'm not his wife, doesn't he? So why would you come in here and say that? What the hell are you trying to pull here? I don't want anything, and you also know that it's not political, never was. That means you committed perjury. About 6 times now you've done that. My guys get today, you guys are all on the phone trying to figure out who my guys are. Right, all day long. Powell's telling somebody, my guy says, I'm not going to tell you what this is about, but Mr. Powell is calling constantly. We got to get her served. We can't use her address. We have it illegally. We think we know where she lives, but not through legal means. She doesn't take the newspaper. I'm not going to tell you what that is. It's just another fraud case for us. I asked you to leave me the fuck alone. I asked you to leave me the fuck alone. I said leave me the fuck alone. Stalking is a crime in all 50 states. Hacking is a crime in all 50 states. Peeping is a sick, fucked up crime in all 50 states. I've said, do not contact my family. Do not contact me. Get your ass back to Lubbock and stay there. And don't come here again. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm asking my family if they're listening. Please stop talking to Mr. Perry. You are putting me in danger. I've asked you to stop doing that. More than once. More than once. If he threatens you, call me. I'll deal with it. Believe me, I can. If I got people helping me get all this, and he threatens you, all you got to do is make a phone call. And that'll be the end of that. Mr. Perry's all, you're a suspect. Oh, yeah? Am I? What am I a suspect in? Something you made up? Because I haven't done any crime. What are you telling my ex-husband to buy me a... Mr. Perry, I've not committed a crime. He's typing in my computer. Yes, you did. No, I have not. These came from police. They would know if I committed a crime. Why don't you mind your own business? You're committing the crime. Hacking, peeping, stalking. You shouldn't know what I do, should you? You shouldn't know when I leave to go to work. You shouldn't know when I leave to go to the store, but you do. Why'd you tell my ex-husband to get me a vacuum cleaner? He did. He did what you said. Why'd you tell him to get me the wrong kind of oil for my car? I sent it back. I heard the recording of you guys talking about it. Why'd you tell him to go to Victoria's Secret? Why are you telling him this stuff? Why are you telling him when he can and cannot help me? I heard those recordings too. We've got one somewhere that says, are we going to let Ernest help her get a new apartment if she comes up short? Yeah. And you didn't, did you? You telling him when he can come up here and when he can't, and what he can say and what he can't say. Everybody's sick of that. Everybody's sick and tired of it, Perry. You're caught. If you have to ask me who told, you know you're caught. You might as well confess. You're just asking how I found out. If I have police helping me, they would know if I committed a crime. I'm a suspect in what, sir? What is it? Why don't you have your attorney email me? What is it I'm a suspect in? You're threatening me with a second false arrest again? You have done that since the first one, Mr. Perry. You've done it every day. Death, false arrest, and economic loss. Every day since 2015 McNamara email, Mr. Perry. You have not stopped threatening me. By the way, that's not how you get women to like you. That is not how you get women to like you. That's how you piss everybody off. This was the first one. I'm going to put her in jail and coerce her and subjugate her. And that's a crime. And you did it. You've threatened it every day since. Then there was this one. And you did it in civil court, but you've threatened to do it criminally. I'm going to harass her. I'm going to do things like call our ex-husband and have him fuck with her. And give us information we have no business having. And then when she complains about it, I'll say she's harassing me. And I'll have her arrested for it. Yeah, so we've been talking about that for a long time. And then there was the latest one. We found some chick that looks similar to Cindy that committed a crime. We got witnesses, though, that say that this girl is a lot heavier than Cindy. And her hair's darker and her complexion's darker. So let's find out what kind of hair color Cindy does. So we can have this girl dye her hair. Let's get Cindy into the tanning salon, get her skin darker. Did you put the girl on a diet too? On the day of the crime, we don't look the same. We don't look the same. Is that the suspect that you're talking about? You tried to do the drug trafficking thing, have Aaron get his drug buddy to see if she'll buy drugs from that cop, and get her on drug trafficking. Yup, that didn't work out. Terry Wagner was sitting right there during that whole deal. Did you know that? There's 20 girls standing right next to that guy that do drugs. He calls me over from across the room. Can you go ask that guy? I knew the guy was a cop because I'd been talking to him. If he wants my drugs. And I'm like, you're off your nut. Don't even bother me with this. I'm with a customer. Went and sat back down. Terry Wagner was sitting right there. They're trying to get you on drug trafficking. Yup, I know. And then it was, what else was it? Oh, then you had Terry give me jewelry from his wife's auction business. Starve her to death. Don't let her make any money. Jam up her apps and shit. Call Upworks and tell them to make sure she doesn't make any money. And then we'll make sure that she goes and pawns that crap off. And we'll say she's in possession of stolen property. So I take a picture of it after I hear the recording of you. And same as the McNamara recording. And I send it to my guy. He takes it to his jewelry guy. They play the recording for him. He says, I don't think they'd given her the jewelry yet because this isn't worth shit. Pawn shop won't take it. It's Walmart stuff. Perry, shut the fuck up. Will you shut up? This kind of stuff is what's got everybody pissed at you. Mike was drugged. I said it before it was on the docket. Who is Calvin to you? What do you need my ringtone for? 75 recordings of y'all talking about getting my ringtone. I'm at Quick Trip. Some chick comes running up to me because you have my phone hacked. You can see right where I am at all times. Kind of like the weirdo with a souped up wannabe cop car that came to Quick Trip when I'm getting gas, follows me up and down the fucking street. You know exactly where I live. You're forwarding my mail. You're taking my money from the mail. I have a credit card that was supposed to come. I had 2 of them, actually. One of them had to be sent out like 5 times. I want the other one. That's my money. I want my money that my parents owe me, that you called them and told them not to give it to me because you had your pawn shop scheme thing. You want that second false arrest. You need a lie. You gotta subjugate me. And I've said no. And guess what? We get all that shit before you do it. We're going to have her car towed and sold before she figures out it's not even legal. We'll have her run off the road. We'll give Ernest the wrong oil. And that'll jam it up. A lot of times the viscosity doesn't really affect the engine that much. But apparently you thought it was going to. I heard the conversation. The viscosity's not right. What are you having him buy me oil for? I have a whole bunch of it. I had a whole bunch of it already. That I already bought. So what the fuck what are you worried about my oil? I mean, you guys keep getting caught. So you had those 3 things planned, that's like 4 things you had planned, but you got caught, so it didn't work out for you, did it? When he bothers her, when he takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've never seen before. I asked you to shut up 30 minutes ago. Shut up and leave me alone. Shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone. Shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone. What part of that is hard for you to understand? At your age, you ought to be able to understand words. I don't care a thing about you. Everybody, we're getting the information because you're pissing everybody off. You're causing me a great deal of hardship, a great deal of suffering, and everybody's sick and tired of it. I know people in power. I knew people in power long before I met you. So, they're doing this to protect me. They're invading your privacy like you're invading mine. What goes around comes around, doesn't it? I don't like you. You're disgusting to me. You're disgusting to everybody. It's not hard to get what you're trying to do next. Why are you calling my husband, my ex-husband? Why are you calling my family? The thing on the 18th. You jammed up my app so bad I couldn't make any money. So, I'm getting ready to go to my family Christmas thing, and I'm telling my guys, I don't have any money. I don't have the money to go out there. I could do a few Uber Eats, get some cash, and go. Nope. They had that thing denied yesterday, your motion to vacate. They had the judge denied yesterday. They're going to have you arrested today. He's going to try to do that false arrest. They've been working on it for weeks. Go home. Just go home. Chill while we figure out what's going on here. So you get caught. And then on the 11th, I file the appeal. All this here. Mail's getting forwarded. The mail is getting forwarded from my address where I am now. So you had your car guy, your weird wannabe car guy, chasing me up and down the street. And then the other night again at Quick Trip. Just a random Quick Trip. I stopped and got gas. Here he comes. He went right in front of me, pulled around in front of me. I was like, oh, son of a bitch. There's that guy again. I get behind him. He hit the gas. He took off. So, I mean, what is your problem? Stalking is a crime in all 50 states. I moved twice to get away from it. I don't like you. And by the way, that's not how you get a date. You don't know how to get women to like you. That ain't it. That's what my dancer friend said at Lady Godiva's. That guy comes in here with his entourage telling us we got to make you not like Fabian. You and Fabian not like each other, and then make you like Charles. And if you don't, try to find a way to arrest you. That's the same thing you told those 2 police officers at Sensations that led me to write a letter to the Attorney General, U.S. Attorney, right? I think you need to shut up. I really would like you to shut up. Stop typing in my computer. Shut up. Please shut up. This is not a conversation. I'm recording this. You're not supposed to know I'm recording it. You only do from peeping and hacking. Please shut up. Nobody's asking you what you think. I'm telling you, get out of my life. Do not call my ex-husband again. Do not call my ex-husband again. I'm going to say it again. Do not call any family at all. Not my ex-husband, not my kids, not my family. Don't call them again. I'm asking my family, stop talking to these people. They're trying to kill me. I just rattled off 6 different things. They're trying to do a second false arrest just to subjugate me. It's the same thing as the first. So this is what the girl says. The same thing those 2 cops said that made me write a letter to the U.S. Attorney. He told us to find something. Find a way to arrest you. That was in August 2015. You did it in January 2016. It didn't work out. You obstructed justice. I lost my evidence. If you didn't poison me, you'd have made sure there was a test. You'd have had a little princess show. Drama queen. Oh, look, she lied. We tested her. There was no poison. You made sure there was no test. Because you did it. Right? You wouldn't let me testify for Mike because you did the same thing to him. Opioids. I said it before anybody else said it, didn't I? Because there's police helping me. They're all over you. They know exactly what you're up to. If you have to ask who told you, might as well confess. Because you're admitting, I did it. I just want to know how you found out. I said, fuck off. Every time you fuck with me, you get told on. Who's Calvin to you? The dancer says the same thing those 2 cops said. They told us that if you would not change your mind, that they want us to just give him something to false arrest you for. He's going to put you back in jail until you do. I said no, didn't I? I'm going to take your house and your car until you do what we say. Mind us. That's what your guy said? What do we have to do to get her to mind us? That was recorded too. Who was that? Was that Calvin guy? Huh? Stay the fuck away from my family. Why are you calling my ex-husband? Why'd you tell him to buy me a vacuum cleaner? Huh? We know. You think I didn't know? We've known for a long time. I knew when he walked in the door with it. I don't always say everything. Sometimes I'm busy. Sometimes I want to think about something else. I have a life. You need to try it. Get one. Then you don't have a bunch of crime to cover up. So we've known that. That's what she said. I want to know what I got into. What the hell? These old farts? I've never seen a bunch of wealthy old farts shit themselves like these guys do when Fabian's name comes up. We're told we're not allowed to let you talk about him. Now, it's the same thing with Officer Neely, isn't it? Act like you don't care. Act like you're not interested. And then last night, you pissed off our shrink. We have a shrink, Mr. Perry. She thinks your IQ might be 30, maybe. Because we have to repeat the same thing over and over. You're already caught and you still try to do it. You're already caught and you still try to do it. You're already told on. We got a recording of it. What are we doing? What are we going to do with these recordings? What do you think we're doing this for? You think we're just, going to have a big party and play them as entertainment? Come on. Get a grip on reality. Delusional. Get a grip on reality. I said no to you. So, boo fucking who? Get over it and move on like a dude. What if your son acted like you? What if your son gets rejected and he acts like you? What would you do? I mean, how embarrassing that you can't behave like a grown man. That embarrasses the hell out of me. I don't want you calling my family. I don't want my family talking to you. I want you to leave us all alone. And if you threaten them, all they have to do is call me. Then we'll deal with it like we deal with everything else. You have not been this caught in your life. You never get the date. It's 12 years of this. There is no date. There's not going to ever be a date. There's no reciprocation. I can't stand you. I've gone through a lot of trouble to move. And then when that didn't work, sue the fuck out of you. And I had to teach myself the law, because you called every attorney in the state and told them not to help me, didn't you? You think our guys don't know that too? I taught myself the law. Fine, I'll do it myself. Guess what? They got a prosecutor. He doesn't help me a lot because he can't give me legal advice, but he can tell me stuff like this. I just recorded them all day long talking about impeding your appeal. So get it to the Tulsa County clerk and mail it. Don't walk it in. It's going to cost you a little more. We need you to do it that way. That's the first thing he said. The shrink blew a gasket last night. When you're, no one cares. Right. She goes, I'll be the judge of that. Mr. Perry is not the authority on who cares and who doesn't. We're getting all this information because people do care. Sometimes it's not even about you. Sometimes it's caring about them. That chick that I work with didn't want to get involved in whatever it is you're doing. So if we're getting what you just said, somebody somewhere cares. Right? You're full of shit. We're all tired of hearing it. People do care, Mr. Perry, or we wouldn't have 33,000 recordings that you know about. 33,000 emails representing 33,000 recordings of you trying to hurt me. 75 of those are ringtone Richard talking about getting my ringtone. And this chick, talking about, the witnesses. This girl is not the girl. The girl I saw do this crime is quite a bit heavier than Cynthia. Darker hair, darker skin. And Cynthia's a little older. Yeah. So the prosecutor told me to get this. Then he calls me on the 12th. Now they're calling your landlord. We're getting this kicked out. We want you to kick her out of her house now. Kick her out. And the guy goes, what? We just had her sign another lease. I thought you said this was going to be fine. How many people have you gotten kicked out of their homes? Recorded. What are you going to do when all this is played in a different court? What are you going to do then? Because you've gone into court and lied. And you just get up every morning and you do the same thing. And you get the same results. Now it's built up 33,000 just that you know of. I don't type them all up. All day today, you're all trying to figure out who is it? Who's helping her? Right? Weren't you? I said, leave me the fuck alone, weirdo. Didn't you tell Terry Wagner? We told you to tell her to put her car registration in the glove compartment. It's not in there. Well, how would you know it's not in there? He said, I did tell her that. That's probably why she didn't do it. How do you know I didn't do it? You got a key to my car again? Why do you have a key to my car? Why are you calling my ex-husband? Do you want, so when you invade my privacy, my guys invade yours. And then we get what you just said. And then you're asking who told. You might as well confess. Yes, we did that. We just want to know how you found out about it. And then when you do it, I can say, well, I told you so. I've been saying since the day I got back from the first false arrest, he's trying to do a second one. He's tried 20 different angles. He gets caught every time. I'm a suspect. He's typed in my phone. You're a suspect. For what? Not liking a weirdo like you? You have threatened me with death, false arrest, and economic loss every single day for 12 years. I have protection against you. If I'm quoting what you just said, you can't figure out, maybe I have some help. I have help you can't find. You looked for him all day, didn't you? Listen, I don't have a brother that works for the FBI. I guess there's some FBI agent with the same Trevor Hall or something. Never met the guy. We're not related. Don't know him. Is that another phone call you guys made? Does she have a brother that works for the FBI, this Trevor Hall guy? Yeah, I don't know that one. Don't know that guy at all. I know some people at the FBI. He's not one. I don't have a brother that I know of. So, we found that out too. What I said to you is, I don't care what you think. Everybody's sick and tired of you making me suffer. The more suffering you've caused me, the more you guys get told on. We're sick of it. Nobody cares what you think. We're sick and tired of hearing your whining and you're complaining and you need a lie and you're going to starve me into a lie and you're going to throw me back in jail until I lie and you're going to take my house and my car until I lie over and over. It's the same thing. Or you're going to kill me. We'll run her off the road and say she, went off the embankment in the rain. Get her on the freeway. I can't do anything unless you can get her on the freeway. Heard that one too. I heard you talking about it. You guys are recorded all the fucking time. Some of it's a wiretap order, some of it's a leak. But people care, or you wouldn't have leaks, would they? Would ya? I said, leave me the fuck alone. Okay, so there's two significant things that happen that the prosecutor, not giving me legal advice, just telling me for our civil criminal case, we're using what they do in the civil courts. We're going to use that in a criminal case. So, I listen to them all day. Talking about taking your mail, messing with the mail, taking your money, so you can't do the appeal. Right now, here's how I want you to handle that. This one, Exhibit F. Right there, Tulsa went to Tulsa County, the DOR, and the amended petition. Expected arrival date was the 12th. The same day you called my landlord. And you were recorded. Yeah. Okay, the other one was, he said, this guy is not going to get into my courtroom and claim that you consented to being peeped on and sold all over the internet, all over the world, in the privacy of your house. So, or that you didn't ask for money. So, do you consent? Absolutely fucking not. Do you expect payment? Absolutely I do. Then you need to tell him. So I did. He said, I'm not getting him in my courtroom and then letting him use as a defense. She consented and she didn't ask for payment. So I don't consent. You're doing it anyway. Against my will. And you were billed. I do expect payment. You're not going to use my body for a profit or for entertainment without my consent. And I mean written consent, and you don't have it. It's $1,000 a day. You're getting entertained. Plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. I expect payment, sir. I expect it. You're placing me in a lot of hardship financially because you think that'll buy a lie. It will not. All it does is get us more information because it pisses everybody off. This right here, I showed it earlier. This was in 2019, take our car away from her. And this was more recently, just a few days ago, like last week. Get her car from her. You were recorded. You always wanting to get my car away from me. You should know whether or not my car registration is in the glove. You only would know whether it is or isn't if you have a key to it like you have every other car. Like we told Officer Neely. He got in my trunk. There's no sign of forced entry because he gets a key to every fucking car I have. Pays the dealer a little something something. That's illegal. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you're kidding? 33,000 emails representing 33,000 recordings of you talking about committing a crime against me. That's mains rea. You're expressing intent. Just like the McNamara email, the whole thing says he's going to arrange a false arrest to try to coerce me. That's what the whole email is about. You've not changed a thing. You're still doing it. You just go at it at a different angle. What did I tell you? Shut up and leave me alone. And when you don't, we get more things like this. Don't call my ex-husband or my kids or my family again. Do not do it. You're going to shut up and leave us alone. This is going to be used to put you in jail because you're refusing to comply with the law. We don't care what you think. We don't care what you want. We don't care what you need. That's not what you were asked, was it? What you were asked to do, comply with the fucking law, get your cameras off me, cease and desist right now. Don't contact me. Don't contact my family. Don't contact anybody I know. And you get the hell out of our lives. I've gone to a lot of trouble to get you off me because you're a rapist. You're a monster. Do you understand the words? Because I've said this over and over and over and over and over and over. And every day you get up and you do the same thing. You sit around in your little meeting. You plan a little crime. You get caught. You get up again. You sit around in your little meeting. You plan a little crime. And then you get caught. And then you're asking, who told? You might as well confess. You just want to know how I found out. Before you did it. Mike Neely was drugged. I said it in March 2020. They had not taken depositions yet. They took those in May. First responders said he was drugged. We treated him not for being beat out in a fight. We treated him for being knocked out with Narcan. Somebody gave him opioids. Who gave him that? You? You like poisoning drinks, don't you? You poisoned him with opioids. You poisoned mine with arsenic. And neither one of us got a blood test. And both of us end up illegally incarcerated. Wow, what are the chances, Mr. Perry? Both of us, 6 days after our police report's filed, where you're the suspect. You're the criminal. And who at TPD gave my report right over to the domestic violence offender? Let me tell you something. Gender discrimination, misogyny is as disgusting as racism. You're caught, Mr. Perry. There's no date. There's not ever going to be a date. You make my skin crawl, sir. I will beat the hell out of you if you get anywhere near me. You better have a football helmet on. I'm not going to go where you are. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. But if you come anywhere near me, you will get your ass kicked. And since you sit around on your fat, lazy ass, perverting around all day, I promise it won't be hard. It's not like you're in great shape or anything. You are pathetic. I left. You're delusional on your whack job. Now, I'm going to say it for the last time. When you bother me, when you take my money, your guy says things don't go well for you. You're seeing things happen you've not seen before. And it has been that way every day. Day after day. It's the same old, same old. Charles went back to his vomit and then complains it tastes bad. It smells bad too. We smell it. It stinks. You're a pussy piece of cancer. When you cause me hardship, you make everybody mad because people do care. And our shrink is the authority on that, not you. You don't know shit about it. You don't even know the difference between fact and fiction. Your imaginary world and the real world. You're disconnected from reality, aren't you? You can't even tell now anymore, can you? You're getting all this for a reason. Do you understand the words? Can you get somebody to explain it? Get yourself a special ed teacher or a doctor. Because I don't have the patience. We're all out of patience with you. I say it one time, sir. I don't have to repeat myself. I've been around very intelligent people. These guys helping me, super smart guys. As good as I can sting up, and half the time the person I'm sting up had no idea that's what I'm doing. Mitchell and Myers had not a clue. Did they? Did they? I knew what information to withhold, what information to put a little bit out here. A little bit, I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to let you ask questions that you're going to ask me. If it's normal for you being representing Mike, if you're trying to help Charles Perry, the questions are going to be what he would want you to ask. Well, guess what? That's what they were. Had nothing to do with Mike Neely. Very little. Nobody asked me, how did you know in March that Mike Neely was drugged? Not one question about that. Should have been. Instead, there's questions about my emails because you wanted your harassment bullshit to work, didn't ya? Mitchell, you sent me a whole bunch of emails. I don't have time to read them all. Nope, Mr. Mitchell, I did not. I sent you 5. They had evidence attached that you need to look at. Then I said, that's a lot of emails. If I put, there's still a bunch more, and I don't want to bog you down in emails, so I'm going to set up a Dropbox for you. Yeah. So his question had nothing to do with trying to help his client. His question was about what you wanted so you could make your bullshit harassment thing work. So there's certain things that I withheld. I didn't just volunteer it up. I didn't just go, here's how I found out Mike was drugged. Did I? As smart as I am and as good as I am at that, my guys are a whole lot better at it than I am. You've talked to them. You just didn't know. They got all kinds of shit out of you. When I tell you to leave me alone, what that means is leave me the fuck alone. No one asked you what you think. Nobody. You weren't asked, were you? You know what you were asked to do? Comply with the fucking law. It is illegal to stalk, hack, and peep. I'm a suspect? In what? Have your attorney write me a letter, an email, about what it is I'm a suspect in that you've tried to frame me up for this time. It's something every week. Isn't it? Don't call my ex-husband again. Don't call my family again. Don't call my kids again. You know, some guy in Sepulpa came to my work and got a lap dance from me, and he goes, your kid's going to need therapy. And I said, why? And he goes, Charles Perry came up and introduced him as his stepson. You should have seen the look on his face. He looked like he wanted to throw up. You could tell it bothered him. And I said, oh my God. He goes, yeah, this guy's wacky. I'm sorry you're having to deal with this. I'm sorry you're having to deal with this. We think he's one of those that has women locked in a basement somewhere. So, let's go get a lap dance and get your mind off of it. You know, I never talked to Dennis about it because I didn't want him to get uncomfortable. I figured there'd be a time and a place for us to discuss it, and that wasn't it. He's trying to go through high school. He's already had his life turned upside down. We had a nice house. We lost it. His mom's mugshots everywhere. He already knew you were threatening death and false arrest. He heard me calling his dad, screaming and crying about it. Look what he's threatening to do to me. He knew about the McNamara email. We all talked about it. We sat down with our family. This is what I'm getting threatened with. Death and false arrest. If he does it, can y'all take care of my son? Here's the papers that you're going to need. We had already prepared, Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, you shut up. I need for you to listen to what I'm saying. I don't want to hear from you. You're breaking the law and you're pissing me off. And when you piss me off, we get more shit like this. So we already knew before my false arrest, Mr. Perry, that you are threatening it and you might very well carry it out. So we prepared for it. Everybody knew. And when I got arrested, I get to Sepulpa jail, and I call my son, and I go, you know what Charles was threatening to do? Yeah, he did it. I'm in jail. Oh, fuck. So you've disrupted my entire family. We're going to make sure, my guys, it doesn't matter what any other police you bought did, my guys are going to put your ass in jail. You are not going to hurt people anymore. The Millers and the Neelys are who we care, how they feel. All the women that you've watched them in their house and you caused them to lose their home and their job and their kids, ripped families apart, blown up the lives of little kids, deprived them of their basic needs. We want to know what they think, how they feel, what they want. You don't matter. You got our shrink all pissed off last night. No one cares. We're getting everything he just said. So yeah, people care. Sometimes that's a leak. He's definitely not the authority on who cares and who doesn't. I am. Because I'm the one that talks to these people first. Because the first thing we need to find out is their mental status. We got to make sure they're sane before they leak and give us information. Second, we want to know is what's their motivation. Because we have to work around that. It may not be. They may be a little too, shaky. So I want to know what they know, who they know, why they're doing this, and what safeguards do we need to put in place for each individual person and their motivation. Sometimes they care about you. Sometimes they're worried about them. He got them into some shit they don't want to be in. Like the girl that you dance with barely knows you. Her concern wasn't for her. What these guys come into my workplace and get me sucked into? She wasn't happy about it, Mr. Perry. A lot of people feel that way. What are they getting us sucked into? This don't sound right. This sounds weird. This sounds like Weirdoville here. I'm being told to do stuff I know is wrong. I'm being told to do stuff I know is way off. Whack job stuff. And I really don't want to. So who are these people and why are they in my workplace asking me to do something weirdo or illegal? And what's really going on here? That's what she said. This ain't about getting a date. It's about something else. Because that's not how you get a date. If I've been on a date, I get a text from somebody or a Snapchat or something. Instagram. You want to hang out? There's not this. So what is it? And why are all these old fart wealthy guys shitting themselves every time Fabian's name comes up? Strip club manager. They're all freaking out. What happened over there in Dallas? I want to know what happened. I want to know what the real story is because they're not giving me, they're not shooting straight. And I'm worried about what they got me into. So the shrink goes, she does care. She cares about Cynthia, but mostly she cared about her. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't ever tell us who cares. You don't know that. You're not privy to that information. And you're not the authority on who cares. I'll tell you one thing. Everybody's tired of watching you make me suffer. Everybody's tired of you making me suffer. Everybody's tired of you bothering me. I don't care what you think. Shut the hell up. Shut the fuck up. When you contact me, when you peeper rape me, when you sell me online to all over the world, when you bother my friends, my family, and me, we get more like this. You get told on. When you cause economic problems and duress, it pisses everybody off. And so we get more information. And when you're hurting the longer Mike's in jail, same thing. We worry about them, not you. We've all had enough of you. We're all sick and tired of you. So, are you going to get up tomorrow and do the same thing and get the same results? Rejected and told on 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 and over, and every day is something. What do you think we're doing that for, sir? You think we're just bored? We're sick of you. When are you going to get the word said to you? Why do we have to repeat the same thing over and over? Why? Can't you just get it? You're old. You ought to know. Use allegedly. Apply the but-for and reasonable person standard. We assert all constitutional rights. I assert my equal protection right to Title 18 U.S. Code 1512 and 1513 and all domestic violence laws and all anti-stalking, all anti-voyeurism, and all anti-hacking laws. You need to fuck off. You need to fuck the hell off. Shut the hell up and get out of my life and stop threatening me with a second false arrest. We all know you want to do that. Stop threatening me with starvation and coercion, and we're going to make you homeless and take your car, and you can live under a bridge until you finally decide to take my bribe and lie. Stop it with that. Stay away from my family. Stay away from my friends. And I'm asking my friends and family, please stop talking to them. And if they threaten you, let me know. You got my phone number. Pick up the phone and call me and say, Charles Perry and Dave Robertson and his little weirdo group just threatened us. They usually are pretty specific with what their threats are going to be. This time you got caught. This time you got caught. Because you're fucking with the wrong people. Doofus. You're not all there, are you? They got power to get that to me in jail. They got power to get that to me in jail. They have the power to get something like that to me in jail. Your name isn't on here. I don't like you. They got what I said the first time. I don't like him. He's a wannabe butt-in. He's pathetic. He's causing fear and sadness. We don't like that. We're all sick of that. And that was in 2016. Right there. What does that say? Is your name on it? No. Fabian's name is, though. Fabian's name is on that. Now, the people that have the power to get that to me right up under your nose when I'm in jail because you had me illegally arrested. Remember? You threatened it. I prepared my whole family for it. I have to repeat myself all the time because you're, not all there. And you got Alzheimer's. Do you have Alzheimer's? What do you have? Senile dementia? Boy, you got our shrink all pissed off yesterday. Oh, my God. No one cares. Are you shitting us with that? This is power. You get pissed off people that can do that. And there, boy, every day when you get up and do the same thing, rape me and rob me and threaten me and rape me, and you got to say what you think. Wow, they get pissed. Wow, that you're pissing them off. Get out of my life. Get out of it. Get the fuck off me. You are a sick son of a bitch, and there is nothing to like. There's no fucking way I want to go on a date with somebody like you. The peeping alone is a turnoff. And don't you ever come near me. If you do, I'm not kidding you. You better have a football helmet on, because I'll beat the shit out of you. I'm not going where you are. You'd have to come where I am. But there's not going to be a hug. There won't be a hug. I'll kick the hell out of you. I'm not going to wait to see if you have a syringe. He's gonna get you with a syringe of strychnine. See all this? This was the first time you threatened me. You're going to do a false arrest. And you did. You did. Again, here we go with a week. That was filed on the 21st. You did it on the 29th. And you interfered with the custody of evidence. TPD didn't call me back till the 15th of February. I was already in jail. Look at that. You're threatening me with a second. You have every day since I got home from the first. You've tried all these different angles, and you get caught, don't you? You think now I'm going to lie for you? You think now you're going to subjugate me? What happens is, all you're doing is you're pissing everybody off, and you get told on more. We're sick of the suffering, we're sick of the hardship, and we're sick of you're whining, and you're complaining, and you want to cover up, and you want to lie, and I think this, and I think that, and no one asked you. You were not asked. You're told, comply with the law, get off me. Stop the hacking, stop the peeping, stop contacting me, stop bothering my family, fuck off. Get off your fat, lazy ass, go work, go be with your family, and don't contact us ever again. Don't contact us. Get the bullshit, lies out of your head, because you look ridiculous with that. How embarrassing. Delusional erotomania. I had my life was completely different than yours. You know, there's some people up here that are all pissed off. Hang on. There are people that are all pissed off because you came up here and, oh, she's just some stupid stripper, and didn't bother to mention that wasn't it at all. Not even a little. So they got mad because you came up here and you lied to everybody. You didn't bother to tell them, well, I had been in politics all my life, federal, not state. I didn't do legislation in Texas. I did federal, not state. I did New Mexico because it was a family thing, and it was 2 years, 3 years after I met you. You don't legislate New Mexico. You seem very unclear on what your legislative duties are. Very unclear. It's embarrassing. At this point, you ought to know. Stalking isn't part of that, is it? You make everybody wildly uncomfortable and creeped out and disturbed. So tell me again, no one cares. They do. They're sick of feeling that. You're like this guy.
Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me.
Twice I moved. I moved from Lubbock to the Dallas area, from the Dallas area to Oklahoma. And then you had people going at me in Sapulpa. So then I moved from Sapulpa to Manford. And then you did the whole horrible thing in Manford where you killed Chief Miller because he was onto you. They were talking about Jeff Epstein right before the murder. You know, I heard that the owner of Lakeshore told somebody he felt really, really bad. That he was like, I'm worried that I got Chief Miller killed because I was letting them put that camera in her room. I let them put the camera in her room. She knew it. She confronted us about it. We made her leave. Manford to Tulsa. What about the landlord now? How'd you get cameras in my home now? That's your thing. That's your thing that you do. You put cameras in. Our witness said it. As long as I've known Charles Berry, he puts cameras in women's homes. He usually chooses women who are single with kids. Broadcasts them all over the internet, all over the world. It is seen everywhere. Seeps into all kind of jurisdictions. He sells watch time, and he gets them fired. Now they don't have any money. He hacks them so they can't find another job. Causes economic duress. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce. Interstate commerce with intent to coerce. And then they lose their house. Then he has the ex take the kids away. He gets off. Well, I'm sorry. Let me back up. His exact words were, he enjoys making women hysterical so he can go, and I'm quoting, rub one out. Crime causation, not lewd and lascivious. That was the other thing. You wanted to get me on lewd and lascivious when I'm talking about crime causation? You guys love twisting my words, don't ya? I'd like to throat punch that guy. People laugh unless I see it, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's a threat. I better get my security team. I think somebody said that too, didn't they? Mr. Perry is going up to Tulsa with an entourage and said he's in danger. He goes, I laughed my ass off. That little girl moved twice to get away from him. You know anybody that goes where a threat is and won't leave? They can't get him out. They can't get him out of Oklahoma. People don't even know if they think he lives there now. Why are you going where you think there's a threat? She left Lubbock. She's been there for 8 years. So if you think she's a threat, why are you going where she is with an entourage? That's pathetic. The guy was laughing at you. He was making fun of you. She's not a threat to him. It's the other way around. I guarantee you it's the other way around. So whoever you told that to didn't go for the bullshit. They thought it was funny that you made such a story up. You know anybody that goes where the threat moves away from you twice, and you follow the threat with an entourage? I think he's off his nut. I think he's a butterfly net material. Whack job. So they made fun of you. She moved. No woman should have to move to get away from a guy who's forcing himself on her. And then sue. And fucking have to decide, do I make copies or do I eat today? Just to get some weirdo to leave you the fuck alone. Shut up and get off me.
For 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Seal. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Seal. Please, God bless you.
So what I was saying, I guess I didn't even finish my thought. People say that all the time. I'm going to throw punch that guy. I'd like to high five that guy in the face with the chair, and everybody laughs because it's a joke. Everyone knows you don't take it literally. It's not meant literally. Kind of like your dark and twisty Meredith Grey. She said that about being grieving. She was grieving over loss. You are causing loss. I say dark and twisty. And your dingbat Texas Ranger over there thinks that's a crime to say that? He didn't watch Grey's Anatomy first before he misrepresented my words? Yeah. Wow. That's a Fife thing to do, isn't it? Or did you pay him? Did you pay him? Or is he just a Fife? I don't know. I've been in law enforcement around it all my life because my whole family is law enforcement. My granddad's name is on the front door of the police station where he was chief, as I've said, over and over and over and over. So I don't have a lot of patience for stupid cops. I don't. Or corrupt. I feel like if you can't do the job right, don't do it. There's a lot of people, a lot of jobs out there. If you can't keep up, get out of it. Because this is a life and death situation that you're doing here. You're going to get people killed if you can't do your job right. And you know that. You could get yourself killed if you can't do your job right. And you know that. So Mr. Burson, who misrepresents my words, what dark and twisty means, and it's a joke. I'd like to high five the guy in the face with a chair. That means you're expressing that you're angry. Doesn't mean it's not to be taken literally, Mr. Powell. Got to explain what's an analogy and what's a metaphor, and do the little puppets and crayons thing for these things. I mean, come on with that. Come on with that. And now you're being made fun of. Mr. Perry says he's under threat. He travels with an entourage. Because she said, if you come where I am, I'll beat the shit out of you. And she has every right to do that. He's dangerous. You've tried to kill me more than once. More than once. Arsenic didn't work, so you had somebody throw a brick at me on the freeway. What if that had hit me in the head and not hit the pavement and bounced up and hit my car? What if that had hit me in the head? Was that the intent? The only reason it didn't is I went out a different way that you planned. So I was about a minute or two behind where you thought I would be. Yeah. How you gonna explain that in our court, Mr. Perry? Huh? How you gonna explain that in our court? What are you gonna do then? When that happens? When the stuff that's not being asked of you now is gonna be asked of you then? That's why he won't let her in court. She gets him on the stand, that's going to be a fucking interrogation. He'll have to plead the fifth. Right? I don't want to talk to you unless that's what it is. You're getting interrogated. Got all kinds of... What'd you do to Mary Beth? What'd you do to Justice Scalia? What'd you do to Lucky and Mike? What about every time you threatened me with death or a second false arrest? All the little plans you had didn't work out. I want to know. I'm going to ask you about all that shit. What about Todd Reno? He was 3 days away from going on a date with your daughter. What is it you didn't want those two talking about? You thought that didn't fly? I called Jeff Klotzman and said, Jeff, I'm hearing from... I didn't know Todd. Talked to him on the phone like once, maybe twice. It was very brief and it was very professional. It was very official. We discussed business and hung up. I didn't know a thing about him personally. But everybody that did know him says it's not like... This doesn't sound like Todd. He wasn't the suicidal type. So what happened? Even he didn't know. I didn't tell him I suspect Charles Perry killed him. I didn't say that. I just asked him, what do you think, Mr. Klotzman? How do you know? I mean, do you know him? Did you? Yeah, we were very, very close. Is he suicidal type? He really never answered my question. I don't think he... 3 days away from going on a date with your daughter. What is it you didn't want them talking about? Yeah, that's the thing. The timing of this stuff, it's unbelievable. Now, I've asked you to shut the fuck up. Stop contacting me. Stop telling me what you think. You were not asked. You were not asked. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Everyone's sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick and tired of the problems and the drama and the troublemaking and the problems and the ick and the slime, you're weirdo, all over the rest of us. I went to great lengths to get away from you. No woman should have to move twice to get away from a guy forcing himself on her against her will. And then sue, and sue, and sue, and sue. And because you're stealing my money, I can make money. I've made money all my life. I had a whole lifetime of success long before I met you. Long before I met you. So, it's grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. And so no woman should have to go, gosh, do I want to make copies for court or eat today? The thing is, if I make copies for court and I can get a fucking protective order, then I can eat. I can make money again. And Mr. Weirdo won't be around to steal it faster than I can make it. You rented out the whole club sometimes to make sure I didn't make any money? You think we didn't know? But that was just discussed again today. I said, fuck off. Fuck off. You come up to me. There's not going to be a hug. I will beat the hell out of you. I'm never going to go where you are. I'm not going to hurt you like that. I wouldn't go where you are to do something to you. If you come where I am, don't expect a hug. Expect me to take your ass down and hold you until the police get there. It's not going to be a love fest. And I mean, gosh, since you're such a fat, lazy pervert, you probably could just look at you hard and you'd fall over. I can't imagine you'd be in shape. I said, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Weirdo. Stop making us repeat ourselves. It's very irritating. Very irritating.
What
Please
happened?
leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, see you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, see you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I'm here.
Just
Leave me alone. Please. please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Okay, so here's my next question. If you asked my ex-husband to buy me a vacuum cleaner and oil it's not the right oil for my car. So on other times when you've decided, when you guys all sat down and had a little meeting, should we let him give her money or not? Is it his money he's giving me or yours? Can he prove that? Can he prove where the money came from, like Terry? Is he a conduit of coercion? Is he? I mean, where's the money that he gives me when he loans me money or whatever? There's something that I do with my bills. When I have money coming in from anything, and my ex-husband's loaned me money, before I pay my electric, my phone, or anything else, I pay him first. If I owe him money, he gets paid first. Am I paying you back? Because you're already stealing my money. If he's giving me money that you gave him, I'm not going to pay him back. You pay him. It's your money. You already owe me money. You owe me $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home. You're sitting there on your fat, lazy ass getting entertained and selling me. You're making a profit. You don't get to do that. $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. And now you can't go in a criminal case and go, I'm asserting the defense of there is no crime here. She consented and she never asked for money. Because I have. In writing, certified mail. So is that money coming from you, that you're, like you did to Terry Wagner? Here, Terry, give her money. Go in and buy a lap dance from her. Give her money. And that's as a conduit of coercion, and you pull it away or give it to him based on whether or not I'm doing what you want? Is that how that works? Is it his money? Can he prove to me where he got that money? If we all go to court and we start looking through his finances, are we going to find that that is actually your money? The Victoria's Secret? Go buy her a Victoria's Secret. You didn't like my underwear for your peep show, did ya? So you had him buy me some more. And then you got mad at me and said, I wish I hadn't bought her the Victoria's Secret underwear. That was recorded too. All of a sudden there's like 3 pair missing. So I complain about that. You took it back, huh? And I come back home and guess what? It's back in my underwear drawer, but not where I put it. So who got into my house when I wasn't home and returned it? First took it, and then when I said, oh, now they took my underwear. This whole Victoria's Secret thing was bizarre. Very bizarre. So did you give him the money to buy that for me? Because you wanted me to look better on your peep show? Did you? See, if I can make my own money, I don't need anybody to buy me anything. I don't like people stealing my money. I don't. So you call him and you tell him, yeah, you can loan her money now. No, now you can't. And I'm paying you back. I don't owe you money. You owe me money. So I need to know from him, where is that money? Let's track the money. Where'd it come from? Is he a conduit of coercion like Terry Wagner was? Yeah, because Terry Wagner wanted to come into I'm telling him to come into work one night when I needed money. You want to come get a lap dance? Oh no, I'm so grieving for my wife is dying. And then I get a text out of the blue one day. Can I come in and get a lap dance tonight? No, we're closed. It's Sunday. But the odd thing is that's the night his wife died, according to obituary. Who goes into a strip club on the night your wife dies? He was all grieving and sad, and then all of a sudden, but the night she dies, he's okay to come in? You do see the problem with that story, right? Yeah. So what is your, whose money am I getting? When my ex-husband loans me money, when Terry was giving me money. Whose money actually is it giving? Where's the paper trail for the money? Can anybody prove where they got that money? From work? Or from what? Where'd it come from? I want to know that. We're going to look into it. Maybe my guys already have. See, that's the thing, is you don't always know what we know already when I say it. What I'm telling you is get the fuck away from my family and I. You don't have the right to impose and rape and rob and steal, kill, and destroy. And this time you're not getting away with it, and the more you fuck with me, the more you get caught. And then you want to know who told, and you might as well confess. You just want to know how I did it. I just want to know how you found out. Yeah.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Now, this is on the website, justiceforsin.com. Right here it says, see Terry Wagner's text here. Anybody can click that link. I'm not going to do it right now. Anybody can click that link and go look at all Terry's texts and see the timing of them. I didn't hear from for like a year because I pissed you off and you pulled the money out. You sent him in. I know why you sent him in. We heard you talking about it. I also talked to Lucky in my club. He came to see me, right? Why does he have to come all the way out to a strip club to talk to me? That was an hour away from Manford. When I was 5 minutes from the police department. And the owner of Lakeshore is like, maybe it was my fault that he's dead. I let them put cameras on her. He's feeling bad about it, I hear. He didn't pull the trigger, so he shouldn't have done that. Nobody should do that. And I did confront him, and he did make me leave. And golly, it was a mess. But I got behind on my rent out there. So all of a sudden there was complaints all over the place. He was complaining to Lucky. Lucky said, Lucky told you, I'm not going to have people in my town inconvenienced because you want to get out of a lawsuit and you're taking our money. And if you stole her purse, 5 men would jump on you and take her purse back. Get your hands out of her wallet. That term, get your hands out of her wallet, came from him. We use it all the time. It's a great way to say that. So Terry comes and gives me some money. I guess he didn't give me as much as he was supposed to. I don't know. But when I handed Rinkish the money, he looked very confused. Like it wasn't, like a disappointed look. Like, well, this is not enough. But I did use part of that money to go get sheets. And I covered every square inch of that room. And Lucky said, once you put this... He kept arguing with us back and forth that you consented. We kept telling him, I don't think she did. And then when you put sheets all over that room, we said, if she did before, she doesn't now. Get the cameras off of her. This whole thing documents what you did to them to cover up your Epstein crime. You're caught, Mr. Perry. When you fuck with me, that's what happens. You don't get a date. You don't get a lie. You're trying to make me lie against my will, and I told you no. I told you we don't care what you think. We care about the victims. They matter, not you. When you say no one cares, what planet do you live on? If we're getting what if you got leaks, people care. They care about me, they care about the victims and themselves. What'd you get them into? Sometimes it's just about that. I don't like watching her suffer, but I don't like being pulled into this either. I'm worried about what they sucked me into. That's what my friend said that I danced with at Godiva's. She told me that, and she told our guy in that when he went in there. Who else did she pull over to talk to him? How many people talk to him? They're not going to tell you. Nobody's going to admit it to you. They've been told not to. It's a need to know, and you're dangerous. You're a psychotic, dangerous criminal. And that's the best you can do. And for anybody in law enforcement, if you're going to lower yourself like Sheriff Rowan, and the best you can do is be the bitch of a sex weirdo, I don't know what to say to you. Josh, you should watch Grey's Anatomy sometimes. Dark and Twisty is Meredith Grey. It doesn't get any more wholesome almost. Well, I'm sorry. Sometimes she's not that wholesome, but she's not criminal by any stretch. Her mom got Alzheimer's, and she said it made her feel dark and twisty. She's sad. Is her way of saying she's sad. And then her friend Christina and her would dance it out. So they would like turn music on and dance, and then they'd feel better. It's just a term, meaning I'm sad. How dare you twist my words? Mr. Perry, when you come into the threat, you're making people laugh at you. He says she's a threat to him. But the problem is, she moved twice to get away from him. You know anybody that goes where the threat is and they can't fucking get him to leave Oklahoma. It takes an entourage, like he thinks he's gonna get hurt or something. She won't go near him. She won't go fucking near this guy. Moved twice to get away from him. You know anybody that goes to where a threat is that really thinks it's a threat? No, I don't either. I think we got a wackadoo here. Yeah, I think he's full of shit. You gotta be stupid to believe your crap. So this whole page goes over that. You can see all these guys' text, Pinto's thing, Pinto's recording, when he's asking, your husband sent me. And I'm like, I don't have a husband. Your husband sent me. No, you got me mixed up with somebody else. Who is it you're looking for? Give me a description. Describe what she looks like. What's her name? No, yours. The Texas senator. Whoa, I'm not married. I'm not married at all, much less to him. He's a stalker. I'm suing him. We're in court. Okay, then he starts, well, here, he'll pay you. You got to buy a date? You're that pathetic? You got to buy a date? And I still said no. It's all right here. Anybody can see it. You can listen to it right here. There's the recording of him, the whole thing. And this is the transcripts. You get told on and told on and told on and told on. Everybody's sick and tired of you causing the problems. People don't like that. Why would they? Why can't you be normal and not cause problems and go home to Lubbock and leave everybody here alone? Leave me alone. I don't like you. If you come near me, it won't be a hog fest. It'll be a beatdown. I'm not kidding you. You're so out of shape, I probably would just have to look at you funny. Look at you hard, you'll fall right down. You just sit on your fat, lazy ass all day watching everybody else work. Listen, I don't like you. You're going to have to prove all this money that you're giving to people to give to me, or telling them not to give me money when when you want to coerce something. I asked you not to contact my family, and by God, that's what I fucking meant. Don't contact me, don't contact my family, and you can't assert a defense that you had consent and I didn't ask for money. Because such a prosecutor told me make sure that didn't happen. You are going to pay me. That's not just a hypothetical, sir. So when my ex-husband loans me money, who am I paying back? I want to know that. I have the right to know that. Where can he prove where he got the cash or the money? Is it coming from you, like Terry? Can Terry prove where he got the money? So Terry, so he's giving me that money for whatever. Once I start getting confrontational about the cameras in my room and they make me leave, all of a sudden Terry disappears. Then when I say I'm going to file a motion to vacate, here he comes again, thinking, we'll give her a little money, and then she won't file it. And then it was back and forth and up and down, depending on what I had to say about Mike Neely. Because you're coercing. That's criminal activity. RICO Act. Read it. You need a different lawyer. You truly do. By the way, when the lawyer is contributing to the crime, there is no more attorney-client privilege. We can use everything you say. There was a document that was supposed to be filed one time that I forgot. And because of that, there's no attorney-client. He took every attorney away from you, Sin. So use his. Listen to what his attorney just said. Because he doesn't have attorney-client privilege anymore. His attorney's contributing to the crime. Now he's just a co-conspirator. So here, use his attorney. You forgot something. Better take care of it. Listen to what he just said. Yeah, how many times has that happened? You're going to have to deal with this in our court, sir. You're going to get the fuck off me. Your crime has never been this caught, and it is every fucking day. What is wrong with you? We're sick and tired of how you feel. You need a lie. You're not getting one this time, and I said that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Not this time. I knew a whole lot more about it then than you did. I wasn't even allowed to admit there was a need to know until you got recorded so many times talking about killing me. They said, well, we better tell him there is something so he doesn't kill you. Maybe they'll deter him from killing you. He just can't know who we are. So at that point, I could at least say, yeah, there is something, an investigation going. I couldn't say who. I still can't say who. Nobody's going to give you anything at all on that. You're going to leave us alone. As many times as you've been caught for the first time in your lives, you'd think you'd get that by now. You're making everybody sick at their stomach. Nobody likes murder. Nobody likes rape. And nobody likes starving people to death to make them lie for you. You're causing problems and suffering, and it's making everybody mad. And people do care, you dumb son of a bitch. They do care. You're not the authority on that. We are. You got leaks for a reason. Sometimes it's about me. Sometimes it's about they don't want to be pulled into whatever you pulled them into. It's about they care about them. They care about the threat that now you are to them. What kind of weird, fucked up thing did they get me into? Coming into my work. Asking me to do this shit. What if I fuck it up? What if I just don't want to do it? You didn't think of that? Golly.
For this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
Perry, all forms of all contact, cease and desist. Voyeurism, hacking, cease and desist. Do not call my family. Cease and desist. Do not call my ex-husband or my kids. Cease and desist. You do not have the right to me. It is rape. You are making us sick at our stomach. When you bother me, you get told on. When you take my money, you get told on. It's like that's what you want. Who's Calvin to you? Who is this person? How much money did you give my ex-husband to loan me? And then he's the first person I pay back. Where's the trail? Where's the proof of where it came from? Him and Terry. What's going on? Why did you make my son uncomfortable? This guy said. He saw him. He says your son looked wildly uncomfortable with Mr. Perry introducing him as his stepson. He's going to need therapy. We said, get off of us. Get out of my life. Shut up and go away. You're told on and told on and told on, so you would think that you would get it. You don't have a choice, weirdo. You don't have a choice. Get off me. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Didn't ask you. I did not ask you what you think. I said comply with the law. That's what everybody else wants. You are making everybody disturbed, disgusted, sick at their stomach, uncomfortable. Fuck off. Fuck the hell off.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.